Evening, everybody. This is technically, round 3? I'm dyeing my hair right now, and I think it looks a lot darker right now than it's actually going to be, but it's supposed to be like a really light platinum-y kind of amethyst color, but right now it looks pretty dark. I don't know. If it does go dark, I'm kind of fine with it, but if it does stay pretty light, then I'm fine with that too, you know? It's going to be what it's going to be, and I'm good either way. 4 wands, because we like it both ways. And I think the first time that I started this reading, we ended up drawing Eclipse, 9 of Pentacles. But it was like indication of a turning point, a shift in the road. And it being retrograde and all, I've been seeing every single masculine that I cut off come back up. King of Wands, psychically connected. And the King of Pentacles popped up on my FYP. Eye of the Storm, Nephilim. Then the King of Swords popped up on my FYP, and both of them were like gone. Radio silence, Spirit did not allow them on my page the entire time that I was gone, working through that mother wound. And when I got back, they didn't show back up. Karmic Justice, Divine Retribution. Karmic Retribution, Divine Justice. I think the Spirit was intentionally keeping us separate for that reason. I haven't seen hide nor hair the King of Cups. And this new guy that read as the King of Swords is pretty much canceled too. The World. And after Page of Swords, see, it's funny because Eclipse and the Knight of Wands, after every single one of these masculines was removed, somebody else tried to come in with that same energy. And I read a new King of Pentacles and I read a new King of Swords. And like, 9 of Wands came up again, and I cut it off before it could even become a thing. 7 of Cups. Before I could even get interest, before I could do any of that stuff, I cut it off. I unfollowed everybody that could have potentially been an interest. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm choosing myself. Fuck this. You know, especially if the lesson is that I'm not putting up with it, then I'm not even going to entertain it. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at right now. The Sun. And that doesn't mean being alone forever, High Priestess and the Honey Badger, but it does mean embracing an ending to all that was. I'm doing a life reset right now. New phone number, new computer, Ace of Swords and Temperance with the Chariot, new hairdo, new name. Nothing from the past is staying. And I think by unplugging everything and allowing things that are meant to be here to plug back in divine timing, because I'm listening to Spirit, you know what I mean? If they brought those people back to my FYP, 3 of Wands, then I'm meant to explore those videos, you know, I'm meant to see them. If people pop back up in your life randomly, you run into them at the grocery store or what have you, then maybe that was supposed to happen that way. I think the problem comes in forcing something and trying to hold on instead of just release. Like when somebody shows you their big red flags, 5 of Wands, maybe don't wait for them to prove that they're actually really red flags and that you're not just colorblind. Maybe you walk away before that becomes an issue. King of Pentacles. We are all responsible for our own happiness and our own new beginning. And I think if Spirit intends you to learn a lesson, the ripple, the portal, you're going to learn that lesson with Karmic Retribution and Divine Justice underneath in the Eye of the Storm and the Ace of Swords following it. If somebody's meant to be in your life for a specific purpose, then that's what's going to happen. No amount of influence from another person or a reader or anything like that, Ace of Pentacles, is going to make that outcome any different than it was already going to be. We all have left hand, right hand choices, but at the end of the day, we still have our fates. I do believe that we make our own fate to a certain extent. But if it's a garden of forking paths, there's only one exit. There's just many different roads to get there. That's how I feel about it. Four of Swords with the Eclipse and the Knight of Wands. Being more careful with your planning and not acting too recklessly in this next leg. Because your wish fulfillment is just one of many options with the Seven of Cups and Temperance, and you need to stay balanced in order to see which cup you're supposed to pour into. Or maybe it's multiple cups. Maybe it's not even just one. Oh shit, I didn't actually look at what time I started dyeing my hair. It said to leave it in at least 30 minutes, but they didn't put a maximum on there, so I'm assuming it's going to be alright. The Divine Counterparts, Union and Reunion, we've got that lining up with the Sun and the High Priestess. We see this coming. We know that by pouring into our own cup and focusing on our own happiness and our own optimism, we are going to find our Divine Counterpart or our Union, Reunion, whatever it might end up being. Celebration with the unconditional love here. That says to me, Soul Tribe. It's not just a soulmate we're after. We're after our people. Nine of Wands. You know, we got a type, guys. Let's just be honest. Nine of Wands ending with the Death card and the Emperor with the Death card and the Chariot. Seven of Wands. I don't think we were off base, though, because this was never about just us learning lessons here. This was about continuing on through the Nine of Wands until one of them decided to make a different choice. Till one of them decided to grow, decided to heal, decided to treat us better. One of them's going to do it. Eventually, and we're not seeking out Nine of Wands in order to give them these opportunities. Whoever Spirit puts in our lives, that's who's meant to be there in that moment. So, if they keep on throwing Nine of Wands of us, it's not for us. It's for them. Page of Cups. Because we can handle that. And we know that we're not going to hold on to that energy. If they meet us with conflict and try and threaten our stability by getting us to chase or to hold on to them when it's not the right thing to do, it's going to become apparent very quickly that's not how we operate. Because the Ten of Cups is in this moment, we control our own happiness and we don't need anybody else in order to be happy. Every time somebody tries to keep us stuck in that energy, we start a new beginning. We change the energy, we shift. Because Divine Feminines cannot be held back. Period. That lines up with the Fool and the Ripple. We follow our intuition through any obstacle. And we walk away from anything that leaves us out in the cold. You know, this card, Five of Pentacles here, almost reminds me of, like, imagery from the Fall. The Adam and Eve story of them walking away from the garden. She's fucking pissed. She's walking away and he's just taking her lead, you know, following her. Because he's not going to let her go alone. It's kind of how it feels on this journey sometimes. She's walking away. The right one's going to keep up. Go with her. That lines up with the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. And the Nine of Cups. The right person is going to run alongside you. Phoenix. Lined up with the Divine Counterparts, High Priestess and the Sun, and the Three of Cups. The right person is going to rise from the ashes with you every time. And create that Ten of Pentacles energy with you. That family, that legacy. That unconditional love. They're going to leave that Nine of Wands energy in the past. And walk in their purpose. Because that's what we're here to do. One more card, Spirit. Six of Pentacles lined up with the Seven of Wands and the Chariot and the Emperor. We may have to be a little bit patient here. But let's take a look. It's one hell of a story. Thanks for watching.